think? Well, we're so excited to be back with you today. There's been so much excitement about the Andromedan Starseed video on the podcast and on the YouTube channel Together We Seek. So I invited Allison back, not only here with us, but also in person. So, Allison, thanks for joining us.
Hi, JJ, and hey, everybody, because I know that we're live. So I am excited to be here. I'm super happy for the calling that this has brought on, for the awareness that so many star seeds were getting, a remembrance from so many people around this knowing of ourselves. So I'm really excited for all that this is bringing about, and happy to be here with you and all of my fellow star seeds here.
It's crazy because I've had so many people say, "What is a star seed? Am I a star seed?" But yet we've had so much interaction on the channel and specifically with your conversation around star seeds, Andromedan star seeds, and channeling. So maybe we should just dive into that. I mean, I think for a lot of people, they're just trying to figure out, should I come meet you in person? How do I do that?
Yes, awesome. So yeah, the last video that we did, it was so beautiful because, and it does make me, it makes me emotional because we're connecting to family. The last video that we did, there was such a huge response. So many people saying, that's me too. I'm an Andromedan Starseed, or I'm a Starseed from elsewhere. So I'll go a little bit into what a Starseed is, what I'm coming to know. There's even more. As we globally awaken, there's more coming forth, there's more coming through. And then also there's a resurgence, or not a resurgence, there's an upsurgence of a purpose. So many people are starting to witness this within themselves, and we're seeing, okay, the energy is really gathering. So what is a star seed? When we are created as souls, essentially, we are, and it's interesting to talk about this in reference to time and space, because really we're entering the realms where we see that those are just part of the game. But I'm still going to use those words. Okay, I'm going to make it easier to comprehend as humans, because that's what we're doing right now. But when we are created from source, we are sort of a fractal offshoot of the fullness of the all, because we want to have these unique experiences. And that offshoot is sent into what we call the oversoul. Then the oversoul sends offshoots, just like these beautiful fractals that we see, sends offshoots into different lifetimes. Some people experience a lot of human lifetimes. Other people, their original soul seed is within a galaxy or a planet or a system. And that is what we would here on Earth, what we would call a star seed. So my soul, when it was first created, it was seeded within the Andromedan galaxy. It's, the beginning, my origin, my blueprint, my divine template has a signature of the Andromedan system in it, because that's where I was seated. That is the origin of the grander part of me, the bigger part of me. Now, most people, this is what I've learned somewhat recently, is that most people do not begin on Earth. That's not where most people are seated. And so when I first came into this idea of being a star seed, it was because I knew that this was my only time here. This is the only time I've been here. Solo human lifetime here, because, and the purpose, I'm going to take a little offshoot here. The purpose of many star seeds is to bring the frequency of where they're from here on Earth. Because when we bring a very unique frequency, there's an awakening that happens as a result. And we're able to sort of bring this new frequency to what's been going on, and it helps people awaken, right? And the other thing that's happening, and this is what I'm noticing, particularly in connecting with you and the amazing things that we're co-creating, which I'm so excited about, is there's also an awakening with people who have existed as humans so many times before, but they're coming into their knowledge of where they came from, of being a starseed who's lived potentially thousands of human lifetimes, right? So there's multiple different layers of this remembrance awakening with people, and it's so fascinating to watch, and it's so beautiful to be a part of. So hopefully I tapped on a few different things there. What are your thoughts on this, or your feelings and experiences?
Yes, I just had a galactic astrology soul reading this week by Cassandra,
Wow.
which was so great. I mean, I've known that. I've had many experiences I have knowing that I can't make sense of. And sometimes I don't always feel like I fit in so easily until I connect with people like you that I'm like, oh, I feel connected here at a level I can't explain. And so I think for many of us, whether you're a stargazer or you're an independent, just kind of moving through the planet, I think some of us feel a little disconnected from what's going on, that we can't really
Mhm.
necessarily explain it, but we know we have a higher calling.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And that calling is for you.
I think, yeah, I think for each of us, it's so different, but mine is definitely shining a light on what is available to us. So I think
Mm,
sometimes it's often one or two dimensional, but really there's a whole world of experiences, souls, and interconnections that we're not necessarily tapping into. And so by bringing different light workers, practitioners, star seeds together, we can awaken together, but also collaborate with one another.
mhm. Beautiful. Yeah, I love that.
So what do you think your starseed mission is?
Mm, it is to help us remember. It is to move through this awakening together. And it is play. My particular journey is to help us remember that we're creators, not just, oh, we're creators and we're trudging through and we've got to save, and that um, idea, but that we're creators and we're here playing. We're here creating on such a grand level that our human selves sometimes can't fully see it. And the remembrance of the unity consciousness and how we can play together. So, all of that, it's play to me. And I love helping people remember how to play.
That's so beautiful. And if anyone's listening and watching and they want to list what they think their mission is, I'd love to read and see it. Put it in the comments. I think for many of us, it's hard to sometimes figure out where we can go and what we can fit into. And I think when you and I were talking, we're like, we have the opportunity to cultivate a space. And I
Yes.
think that is what I'm yearning to do. And I know you're already starting tomorrow on a journey to meet, greet, and connect. So, do you want to talk a little bit about what that looks like?
Oh my God, I'm so excited. So, I recently published a book. It's called Ecstatic Playground. Ecstatic Playground is what I see we're doing here on Earth. We are, co-creating heaven, and this massive playground where we can really awaken and play at our highest capacity. And so I was guided to have a lot of in-person events. So I've created a book tour and I'm heading out tomorrow. Um, this will be in the US for the rest of the year. So I'll be West Coast for the next few months. And then you and I co-creating something together, which I'll let you introduce that. And then I'll be doing the East Coast portion of the book tour in the fall. So being able to connect with people in person there's something really, really powerful about that because of the level of vulnerability and the level of just honest, authentic love that we can share in those moments. Being seen, really being seen, I feel, especially for star seeds, for all of us, but especially for star seeds who have maybe felt like foreigners in a foreign land our whole lives, to be able to come together and say, oh, there's so much commonality. I feel supported. I feel seen. I feel loved. And I feel, the ability for this to be a launch pad into a greater purpose. So, yeah.
I love that. I love that. And if you're wondering, are you a starseed? We put up a quiz yesterday, so I'll put that link below that you can check that out. But for many of us, we know there's something bigger. We know we haven't perfectly fit in. We know we can tap into knowledge that doesn't make any sense, or we can solve problems that we shouldn't be able to solve. I think for many of us, we have whispers, but also insights and visions on what is possible. And I feel like this is now the time that we can come together in public settings and just connect, explore, enhance our channel to our infinite knowing. And I'm looking forward to doing that with you in Ohio. And so we've put together June 23rd, which I've heard is a super magical day, which is super exciting, at a place that has so much amazing energy. We've done dowsing there and other tools to find out if there really is a vortex, which we've gotten validation that there is, along with a lot of tribal energy. And so we'll be at this land on Lake Erie that's going to give us a true opportunity to not only be with one another, but to create a safe space where we can connect, dive in, and expand so that we can have some space to really embrace what is already available to us.
Yes. It's going to be so beautiful. I've been connecting with my guidance team about this particular event, the Starseed Gathering, and hearing that that you potentially, those of you listening, are already being called into this. It's going to be a really activating event. If you have been feeling like you're sort of discovering who you are and you're wanting to, sometimes when we know who we are, we put up all of these barriers against ourselves. We think, but I'm just human, or, maybe you're surrounded by your family who knows you as a certain person, but inside, that there's just so much that you're ready to dive into, that you're ready to help with, that you're ready to create in this world with. And this is a gathering where that is going to be honored and really, really brought to the surface. It's just going to be really beautiful. Some of the things that will be offered at this full day retreat, I'm going to be offering a channeled transmission specifically for the starseeds that gather, and also an activation. So because, and I don't share this a lot, but this is something that's coming through, because the light codes in my voice have been activated. They can be highly activating and a remembrance for you, those of you who gather with us. And so there's going to be an activation. And then we're going to be diving into learning how to connect with your star system and channel. So I'm going to be teaching a bit, a workshop on channeling that day, and assisting in opening all of those gateways so that we can start to all receive our own true wisdom. And, this is how I discovered that I was a starseed officially. When I started channeling at the beginning of my awakening, the first question that I asked when I sat down to do it, I had a couple channelings that just came through spontaneously. But then when I said, oh, I get what's happening, and I sat down and that was the first question, where am I from? Because I just knew. and I heard Andromeda, and I didn't even know it was a place. And so this has been a huge part of my journey, and I want to assist in awakening and offering this to others.
Well, I'm so lucky to be doing this with you. I feel a call, even though I've never done anything like this in this regard. I've had many of retreats and experiences on this property with light workers, but I was really called to create this with you. And I am so looking forward to seeing the souls that join us. Not only do we have below the quiz, but we also have the link to the retreat. And Allison, I'd like to put your Instagram too, so that people can watch you as you move throughout the country, connecting with other star seeds.
I would love that. Yes, if you're in the US, check and see if I'm going to be in your city. I truly
Mm.
do love to hug everyone, at, sovereignly. So you're welcome to say no, but I love meeting new people and moving into the remembrance of just the highest version of ourselves together. It's a blissful experience. So yeah, I'm really
Well,
excited for all of this.
I'm looking forward to it. And if you're watching this after we recorded, you have questions or thoughts, we obviously look at every comment. So please include there. And we hope to see you in person on June 23rd in Vermilion, Ohio on Lake Erie, which is easy to get to from Detroit or Cleveland, Columbus, or Pittsburgh. You can fly into any of those airports to join us. And Allison, I'm just looking forward to activating together because what I've learned with the energy of the land, the vortex that exists, and the power from within with your guidance I'm really looking forward to the activations that will happen when we are together.
Ooh, yes, we're going to be buzzing. Yep.
We are definitely going to be buzzing. And so hopefully if you have any questions about your journey or your starseed, you are welcome to DM either of us. And we look forward to connecting with you on this new level.
Yeah. Awesome. I look forward to hearing from you all and meeting so many of you.
We're signing off. Until next time, have a great week. Bye bye.
Bye.